So here's another proper camera test for the phone. The Vivo X70 Pro has a really good camera system. We're going to test it. So I'm going to go to night mode because obviously it's night. And usually there are many stars in the sky, but tonight there's none because it's very cloudy. Go to my previous videos and you'll find a lot of photography with the stars. This phone can do an incredible astrophotography job as we've seen before. Anyways, so I have a tripod with me. I'm too lazy to use it, but if you use a tripod, you can get really nice bright night shots that look like they were taken somewhat during the daytime. It's incredible. They're crisp, and this was handheld, this photo right here. Now, this phone does a good job of controlling the highlights. Here's what I mean. I'm pointing the phone at this light. Look at the light now in the photo. The phone's HDR really controls those bright areas. Look at this. I know, right? Anyway, now if you're not a big photography geek, you'll still really love this camera system because it allows you to have a lot more choice. You can shoot at night without thinking, oh, the quality is going to be horrible. No, this phone's video quality and photo quality at night is reasonably to very good. As you can see, I mean, it's clear and it's a bit grainy, but it's not bad, especially for a night photo. If you use a tripod, as I said, it gets better. Let's try this one. Now, I want to reiterate that this phone is currently on Android 13. And in 13, you get some new features, which I'll show you in a moment. That HDR is incredible. Look at how crisp the photo is. So I'll show you the features in a moment. So if you tap on the screen like so, you can increase the brightness, the EV, or it's called. You can lower and increase the exposure, and you can also lower and increase the saturation of the image in photo mode, not night mode. So you can do this and basically make the image more clear or more, more saturated or less. And you can even adjust the exposure, which is pretty cool. Wait, I'm not sure how to get to, yeah, check it out. I'm adjusting the exposure real time. It's nice to have this feature. This will be useful to many people, I'm very sure. 98, my goodness. This phone really, you should get this phone and then get a tripod because this phone is apt for a tripod. As you can see, when you zoom in at night, look at this, I'm zooming in. When you zoom in, the vibrations are so good. When you zoom in at night, it switches to telephoto, but sometimes it just doesn't switch to telephoto because it knows that it's going to be shaky like so. So use the main camera instead of the telephoto. What the hell? Oh, yeah, okay. Sorry about that. So I zoom in with the main lens, and even though it is digital zoom, check this out. It's going to be less shaky than the last photo because this phone, as you know, has a gimbal in the main camera, so it keeps itself stable and it gets some great photos because of that. Now, the ultra wide ain't the best at night, but I mean, that's understandable. It's an ultra wide. It's going to be less dense in pixels and light. Now, the ultra wide in this phone does not have a stabilizer or OIS of any sort, so don't expect it to be amazing. Not the best. Don't use the ultra wide at night. It's usable, but it's not the most usable. The main camera is spotless though. Anyway, let's go somewhere else and continue shooting night photos. You know what? Let's move over to night video. So Vivo, on their website, if you look at this phone, you'll see that they do have a section that says, oh, this phone has extreme night video. Let's turn that on and see if the marketing is believable. 3, 2, 1. This is extreme night video. Now, it's not some groundbreaking thing. It's a little bit better than normal video when the light is low. And what's important to remember is that when it comes to video, you cannot, oh, this is 4K. You cannot expect the brightness to be very good, especially at night, because the phone has to do real-time processing of the image, each image. So if you tap in the dark areas, it brings back those dark areas. But if you want to shoot 4K video, you can't use the real-time night video mode. Although it's usable, I would use this over a GoPro, for example, to shoot video at night. It's relatively good for my standards. I love this. It looks so like clear, and you can zoom in and make it look even more cinematic. Anyways, back to photos. So night mode, point the phone in a dark place. So this is really dark. This is challenging the phone a lot. Let's see what I can do. This is handheld, by the way, and let's see. Oh, that's much better than I expected, honestly. Usually it cranks up the ISO and becomes grainy, but this is less grainy than last time, and I'm happy about that. And you can always increase the sharpness in post if you want. Use a tripod and you will be blown away with this phone. The only issue I would say with night photography is that these light flare, look at these lens flares, look at this. Do you see this thing moving on the screen? This curve right here? Yeah, that's a lens flare, and Vivo says that the Zeiss lens coating is supposed to stop this from happening, but it doesn't. It's not the Zeiss coating that's stopping that, it's the HDR that allows you to see through the exposed areas. In other words, if I zoom in, I can still see this light because of HDR. It's an algorithm. But the physical camera lens isn't doing that much to block the light. It's just a marketing tactic, in my opinion. Look at the lens flare on this one. Of course, HDR does do a good job of removing the lens flare, but I don't know why Vivo has to go on about Zeiss if it's not really doing anything. Of course, this is the X70 Pro, and the X80 Pro is actually a much more clear lens. So that's a little more expensive than this, but it's worth it. So as you can see here, it's very challenging because you have very little light and you have a light coming in from above, and actually it does a pretty good job of getting that tree in the shot, but you can see there's a bit of artifacts over here. Not the best night photo, but definitely not even close to the worst. Now I'm going to really push this phone to its limit. This is really dark. There's no light at all. No light at all. I can barely see what this phone is seeing. My goodness. My god, I can't even see this with my eyes. Okay. Wow, okay, I'm amazed. And this is handheld without a tripod. Truly amazing stuff. Anyways, I think Vivo has done a wonderful job with this device. You can get this, I believe, for a lower price. I'm not sure because it's an older model, but it's totally worth getting over like iPhone. I don't understand why people buy iPhone when you can buy something like this. The photography on this thing is insane. Anyways, let me go to night video so I can see the outro to the video. Thank you for watching, and subscribe for more videos from my YouTube channel, my girl phone, where I make basically videos about my phone, camera system mainly. Thanks for watching. See you in the next show. Bye.